The air hung heavy, thick with the stench of decay and despair. A rusty cage, scarred by time and neglect, stood as a monument to misery. Inside, a lion paced, his movements slow, weighed down by captivity. This was no king of the savannah, this was a shadow, a ghost of might imprisoned within bars of cruelty. His once magnificent mane, a symbol of power and majesty, was now dull and matted. Each stride stirred dust motes that danced in the slivers of sunlight piercing the gloom. The lion's eyes, once burning bright with the fire of freedom, were clouded with sorrow. They held the weary resignation of a creature robbed of its birthright. The cage bars were a testament to his captivity, each one a reminder of the wild he could no longer roam. He was a king without a kingdom, a hunter without prey, his spirit slowly being crushed beneath the weight of his confinement. Only the faintest echo of defiance remained, a flicker in his eyes that refused to be extinguished. A distant rumble, a tremor in the earth, broke through the lion's despair. It was a sound alien to his confined world, a sound that spoke of change. He lifted his head, nostrils twitching, testing the air for a hint of something new, something promising. The rumble grew closer, resolving into the distinct growl of engines. The lion's ears twitched, his gaze sweeping towards the source of the sound. Hope, fragile and tentative, flickered within him. Could this be his salvation, a chance to break free from his prison? The truck rolled to a stop before his cage, its arrival heralded by a cloud of dust. Humans emerged, their faces etched with concern as they surveyed his plight. He watched them, his heart pounding a heavy rhythm against his ribs. He sensed their intentions were different, their presence bringing with it a glimmer of something he had almost forgotten: hope. The humans moved with purpose, their hands wielding tools that spoke of liberation. The metallic screech of grinding metal cut through the air as they worked to dismantle his cage. Each twist of a wrench, each clang of a hammer chipping away at his prison. The lion watched, his breath catching in his throat as the final bar fell away. A sound ripped from his throat, a sound he had not uttered in what felt like an eternity. It was a roar, primal and raw, filled with both the agony of his confinement and the fierce yearning for freedom. It echoed through the air, a declaration, a proclamation to both his captors and the world. He stepped cautiously out of the cage, his limbs stiff and awkward from disuse. The ground beneath his paws felt strange, the sensation of grass and earth, both alien and exhilarating. He took a deep breath, filling his lungs with the sweet air of freedom. The world like forever. He felt truly alive. The journey to his new home was a blur of sights and sounds. He traveled within a spacious enclosure, the humans watching over him with care and concern. He sensed their respect, their understanding of his ordeal. They weren't his jailers, but his saviors, and he felt a flicker of gratitude towards them. Finally, they arrived at his new sanctuary. It was a place of peace and tranquility, a haven where he could heal and remember who he was. Rolling grasslands stretched as far as the eye could see, dotted with watering holes and shaded by acacia trees. The scent of the wild filled his nostrils, awakening instincts long suppressed. As the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across the savannah, the lion stood on a rise, gazing out at his new domain. He was home. His roar this time was not one of anguish, but of triumph, a celebration of his newfound freedom. The caged king was no more. He was a lion once more, and his reign had just begun.